have a super young team, but they were relying on their defense and goalkeeper Miller to create opportunities out of the back to get them forward for scoring opportunities.
So we have kicked things off here in West Long Branch. You mentioned the loss of experience. Monmouth graduating, obviously, Lauren Bruno, a two-time CAA Defensive Player of the Year, 84 career starts. Chloe Ferreira, a two-time All-CAA player, 73 career starts. Also, Cassie Coster, the keeper, a second-team All-CAA selection last season. Gabby Allen, who had started 76 career games. Ava Allen had started 63. And Liza Sudan, last year's CAA Midfielder of the Year, goes to Louisville via transfer. So a lot gone from last year's group and a chance to kind of start anew, led by Summer Ryman and a couple of returners from last year.
Talking with Coach Flynn, she's excited to see this team compete this year. They said in preseason and before the season even started, they did a lot of team bonding, opportunities where the girls were playing board games in the dorm rooms, bonding on and off the field, and something she wants her team to continue to do throughout the season. But with them being young, it's going to be a little bit of a challenge for them.
That's one of the cool things about fall sports is that they're really the first ones on campus. There's not much to do other than hang out with your team, so you get a chance to bond early on. As a ball lofted in by Lavrich is going to be cut out and knocked away. A corner kick coming for Monmouth. It looks like that was Garofalo keeping it away, but a chance here for the Hawks. Heading to the corner to take it is Lauren Garrett. Had a great year last year, including 5 assists. She can really bend it from this corner flag. A low liner towards the front post. It's not going to get there. And so a missed opportunity there for Monmouth early on.
Missed opportunities, it's okay to have them begin in the game. Teams are getting their feet under them. It is okay to have chances like that, but now you know where I need to hit this ball and where my teammates are in the box.
So we mentioned the loss of experience for Monmouth. Binghamton, a bit of a similar story. Graduated their 2 leading scorers, Hannah Mimas and Mackenzie Ryder. They combined for 14 goals and 37 points last year, so that's a ton to make up for. And then you also lose your keeper, Caitlin Williams, a 4-year starting midfielder, Alex Marsteller, who had started 69 of 72 possible games in her career. So both of these teams losing some veteran leadership, but that's also kind of the trend here in college sports these days, is you never know who's going to be back from year to year.
Yeah, you never know who's going to be back from year to year, and that's why it's heavy to rely on returners. Binghamton is relying on Jakeia Davis, Alexis Worrell, and Paige Luke to get their attack starting, to get forward, to create some chances here. I think we have an offsides call right here.
Yeah, flag went up, so Binghamton will get it back as Garrett tried to play it. Pretty quiet first couple of minutes. Monmouth with the best chance on the corner, didn't make anything of it. Binghamton has had some trouble controlling the possession here early on.
One thing I love is when teams utilize their goalkeeper getting up the field from there and not forcing the ball where you don't need it to be forced.
Trying to get it to Davis there, but it was cut out by Alex Dryhop. Now Binghamton gets it back, though. Nice ball ahead to Davis. She has a step in the box and now plays it out. She's doubled, and it's knocked away by Chloe Messer. A really nice job by Dryhop, though, to stay with Davis step for step.
But that's the danger we're talking about at the beginning of the game. They're able to create opportunities by playing a through ball, and Jakeia Davis luckily wasn't able to get the ball at her feet.
This one crossed in a danger zone. It's blocked away. A white jersey got a body on it. That was a tremendous opportunity. I believe it was Buckwalter crossing it through, and Monmouth lucky to come away unscathed. Not out of hot water just yet. Buckwalter to Davis just outside the box. Bouncing ball, and it's batted away by Tallulah Miller.
Tallulah Miller does a great job saving this scoring opportunity here, but she brings experience because she's a transfer. She's a new person on this Monmouth roster, playing at the University of Kentucky, where she had a lot of minutes and played a lot of games. So coach is looking to rely on her experience there between the net.
So Binghamton had gone about the first 4 or so minutes without really possessing the ball at all. And then in the last minute, 2 great chances. And now they have a chance at a corner kick. Mackenzie Brotherston, the freshman at the flag, a high arcing ball. Bounced around, and that one on the one-timer from Baker missed wide.
As a goalkeeper, that is exactly what you want to see. You want to see a player hit the ball wide, relax your team, relax yourself, and build your confidence there.
So Monmouth able to come away from that flurry with no damage done. And now Tallulah Miller will play it through the back line. Something Monmouth was able to do a lot last year, playing it through the back line, but you wonder how much different it is this year, losing so much experience back there.
Within the modern game, playing through the back line is something that everyone's doing nowadays. So being able to have a goalkeeper who can play with their feet and be confident with their feet is something teams use as an advantage. Back then it used to be, don't play it back to us. Now it's like, play with the ball so I can play it forward.
Good pressure from Lavridge, one Monmouth possession. That one in the box taken away, and a whistle going to go against Rymett, a bit too physical. Well defended. Believe that was Allison Falvo, the senior, taking Rymett one-on-one. Last season, we used to say Bruno was like a quarterback back there for Monmouth, so to lose that, it's bigger than it just looks on paper. Obviously, a two-time Defensive Player of the Year, but she was also such a catalyst in the offense. Is a beautiful ball played ahead, but winning the foot race is Katie Hope. That one looked like it could have been dangerous as Alexis Worrell got into a foot race, but the junior Hoke did well to get there first.
And that comes with experience. She knew she was going to be in a foot race. She knew she had to get to the ball first and just shield it and hope she got the call.
Yeah, junior that has had limited opportunities the past couple of years because of that experienced back line. But an extended role this season, and you take a look at the play here. Worrell had a step or two on her, but a great job knowing the angle to beat her to it. And as a keeper, that's got to be a great sight for you. You feel like you might have a one-on-one coming at you, and instead, your back line takes care of business.
Nothing better than having your back line do all of your work for you, and you just make the great saves.
And you could speak to this, so much trust back there, right? How is it for a first-year keeper in Tallulah Miller with a bunch of new faces on that back line? How do you go about developing that and creating that trust between the back line and the keeper?
Like we said earlier, Tallulah has experience. She played at the University of Kentucky where she played 20 games. She's not new to the college game, but as a goalkeeper, you just need to have trust on and off the field, whether that's going with your teammates places or just doing set pieces with them so you know what calls you want. But trust is a big thing in the back line and as the goalkeeper.
Binghamton playing it through their keeper, Rebecca Kessler. Monmouth able to take it away. Lavridge double-teamed, lost it. And now almost knocked away by Lavridge, but it ends up in the arms of Kessler. So some good pressure from Lavridge, making that back line handle the ball.
Making the back line handle the ball is something I think we're going to be saying a lot tonight. I think both teams are looking to score early, looking to create chances to go to the goal, but both goalkeepers have been handling the ball perfectly so far.
This one played through the midfield. Lavridge has it on her foot again. Looking ahead. That one knocked away. Binghamton gets it back. Davis, a lot of space in the midfield, and a great job to take it off her foot. That was Chloe Messer.
Sometimes when you have a player like Jakaya Davis in front of you, you just need a toe poke. You don't need to body the ball. You don't need to try to outrace her. Try to get a toe poke in to delay her speed of play.
And it looked like Davis was maybe one touch too late trying to play that ball ahead. I believe it was Paige Luke coming up her left flank. Would have had room to run with it. That one knocked out by Lavridge, so Binghamton will get it. Oh no, go to Monmouth. So right in front of the Hawks bench, a throw in from Dryhop. Bit of a lazy pass there, and Chloe Messer took advantage. Nora Francesco. One touch pass looking for Garrett. It's a bit too strong. Garrett, good job to fight for it, but off her foot right into the hands of Kessler.
Their whole run and play series all started with Chloe Messer getting the ball into the midfield and getting it out on the opposite side.
An aggressive play to jump that pass, and she timed it perfectly. Rebecca Kessler, the junior from Scotch Plains. A lot of New Jersey on this roster for Binghamton, so a couple of homecomings, so to speak. Kessler last season split the goalkeeping duties with Caitlin Williams. She had 5 starts in 8 games, went 4-2-2 with a 2.20 GAA. Now Davis takes it away and gives it right back. Both teams really feel like struggling to establish that consistent attack.
Definitely want to see which team's able to maintain possession and get the ball forward.
Garrett plays the ball ahead to Ryman. Monmouth looking for her to make something happen early on in this young season. Lavridge played it off the hop, but the shot was blocked. Ryman a bit too strong on the touch. Nota Francesco comes up to win possession back. That has been one of the keys to Monmouth's early season struggles, is Summer Ryman still held in check.
Talking with Coach Flynn, she said Summer Ryman is a player who might have to disguise her game this year. Every team, when they scout Monmouth, they know how to shut down their key player, Summer Ryman. But we have goal scorers like Ashley Lavridge, who is able to step up and score goals.
This one played ahead, and Tallulah Miller will let it go through for a goal kick. Just over 10 minutes down here in this first half. You talk about Summer Ryman, had a great freshman year, making the CAA All-Rookie team. Sophomore year down a little bit. Only 6 starts that season in 18 games. Only had 3 goals and 2 assists as opposed to 6 goals in that freshman year. But last year she was spectacular. First team All-CAA and attacking player of the year. Led the conference with 14 goals, which was a top 20 mark in the nation. And to me, what was maybe the most striking thing, she scored in 13 of 20 games. Monmouth's record in those games, 10-1-2. The games she didn't score, 2-2-3. So she really was the motor for that offense, and they kind of went as she went.
Again, that hypes on the impact of Summer Ryman. But this year, Monmouth's going to have to rely on those around her to create goal-scoring opportunities because teams are scouting her right away.
Yeah, a player like Liza Sudam in the midfield got a lot of attention, which maybe freed her up last season. Now she might have to act as that kind of draw for Lavridge to open up her game.
Tallulah off her line there with a good clearance back into the midfield. Monmouth is trying to possess.
They'll play it all the way back to Miller, try and reset things. Dry hop. And Lavridge gave it away. This one misplayed by Hoke. Oh, and a nice move. Ball played through, and it's knocked away. I believe it was Nota Francesco. Now it's Luke. Giving up, and an offside flag goes up as Brotherston was a bit too overzealous. And once again there, Monmouth a bit lucky to not get dinged up. Luke had a great chance beating 2 defenders and just played a ball through to no one.
Yeah, we just need to see Monmouth's back line calm down a little bit, kind of get a little bit more settled into the game. They were playing almost in a panic, but they have more time on the ball than they realize.
That was one strength I thought of the team last year, was it never felt like the moment was too big for them. They always kind of felt like they were in control of the game. Never felt rushed. After the whistle, Binghamton will get it back at midfield. Just about 15 minutes gone by in the first half. Standing over the ball is Falvo. She'll play a high arcer into the box. Nota Francesco headed it, ends up with Luke, and she puts one on net, but it's saved by Miller.
Again, would love to see Monmouth's defense gain some confidence. They're putting themselves in positions they don't need to because they're not necessarily stepping to the ball. But again, in the back line, goalkeeper, Tallulah Miller is doing what she needs to do, making simple saves.
Yeah, that was way more dangerous than it probably should have been. I believe it was Noda Francesco who got a clean head on it and just was not able to get it out of the box. That one off the foot of Rymett and out. So Binghamton will get a chance to build on some of this momentum that they've been able to create. They've got 4 of the first 5 shots in this game, and 2 of them on goal. Monmouth has yet to make Rebecca Kessler sweat. One-on-one. Worrell plays it ahead to Davis, and Miller with a great play to come and grab it.
Miller was super aggressive there. She held her line just a little bit, but knew exactly when to time to come up and to gather that ball cleanly there.
It's a great sportsmanship on the tail end. You saw Miller giving some love to Davis after she dove at the ankles. That was a nice one-touch ball up ahead. And Davis, you mentioned in the open, so electrifying. That is a split-second decision for Miller to make.
Great decision there for Miller to come off the line.
I have never played the position, but it feels like as that one's misplayed, and Monmouth will get a chance on the ball here. Lavrich coming up to collect it and now crosses the field. It feels like watching. The worst feeling for a keeper has to be when you're a step late on that decision.
Yes, as a goalkeeper, you are told to make decisions and stick with your decision, whether it's right or wrong. And Miller did exactly that. Stuck with her decision and was able to grab the ball there.
Looks like another corner coming up for Monmouth. This will be their second of the game. First one was short of the near post and nothing came of it. Another chance now for Lauren Garrett. This one a high arcer, played toward the back post, too strong, goes over everyone's head. Lavrich trying to make something of it, but it goes out, and Binghamton will get it back. That's now 2 corner kicks where Monmouth was not able to execute.
Set pieces make or break games. You want to be able to capitalize opportunities where you almost have a free play, and corner kicks are something that teams are either going to be very dangerous at or teams can defend very well.
Right, and that's the one part of the game that you have full control over. And it's one thing to have a shot blocked or have one saved. I would imagine it's got to be pretty frustrating to see 2 opportunities where you don't make any chance out of it.
Yeah, well, on Binghamton's side, they're almost having a sigh of relief. They're like, oh, 2 opportunities. We really didn't have to defend too much, but definitely looking to see if Mom is able to put the ball in the box and have a good service there.
Able to keep possession, though. Playing it through the midfield. It's the Almeida. All the way back now to Hoke. Noda Francesco taking her time with it. Binghamton applying some light pressure, but Monmouth steady. All the way back to Miller now. She'll boot it away towards midfield. Garrett. Now Hoke plays it through. Lavrich with the touch. Garrett looking for a seam. Rymett. Baker's there to take care of it. And now Binghamton will look to start up the attack. And that's a pretty advantageous situation there for Monmouth. You get Summer Rymett one-on-one, just not able to get a clean touch on it just outside of the box.
Yeah, like I said earlier, teams are scouting Summer. They know exactly what she wants to do, what foot she wants the ball on, when she's making runs. So Binghamton is doing a great job limiting her opportunities to go for it.
It's a really nice job by the junior from Jamesville, New York, Megan Baker. Last season as a sophomore started all 18 games. Just about 20 minutes down here. Kylie Flynn, the head coach for Monmouth in her 4th season. She has been tremendously successful. 37, 13, and 10. A 2-time conference coach of the year. But I'm sure if you asked her, she would trade that all away for the championship that they have just not been able to get so far. They've been on the cusp, and they'll have another chance this year as Baker makes another great play there to keep that one off the foot of Garrett.
You love to see a defender getting stuck into the ball and being able to get the ball forward.
Coach Flynn, by the way, quite a player in her day. This one on the foot of Rymett. Well defended, though. Binghamton gets it back. Kylie Flynn, a two-time All-American at Tennessee, graduated as the program's all-time leading scorer at the time. 43 goals. And she has taken that success as a player and brought it right to the sideline.
Yeah, over the past few years, she was able to maintain what Monmouth has created under Coach Chrissy Turner, but also made it her own.
Right, you kind of hit on it there. Big shoes to fill, and she's been able to do just that. Now Rymett lofting one to the back post, a bit too strong for Lavridge. Monmouth just a step out of sync so far this afternoon.
Monmouth is looking to loft the ball in. It'll be interesting to see if they're able to play maybe a few balls on the ground to get Binghamton's back line moving a little bit more.
Jack Bartek, Jamie Skrupski here in West Long Branch. If you're just joining us, still no score. Binghamton has had the lion's share of the opportunities. 4 shots compared to just 1 for Monmouth. And now they'll have possession as Kessler settles things down. We were talking pregame about, as that one's a great ball played ahead. Monmouth looking for the offside whistle, and they get it. I was waiting for it too, because Luke had about a step or two on the last white jersey. And so an opportunity by the wayside.
So far, Monmouth's back line is doing a great job with communicating their line. If they want to be high, if they want to be low. So we're looking to see that for the rest of the game as well.
And like I said, we were talking pregame about changing conferences, moving up to the CAA from the MAC. It's a bit of a step up, and Coach Flynn has done a great job with that transition. This one crossed in, and jumping to the ball is Kessler. It's still free, and now she boots it out. Almost a big miscue there for the Bearcats, but a good recovery from Kessler. Get another look at this one. It seemed like a harmless chance for a second as Dry Hop played it through. And Kessler just not able to settle it down. It was actually, I think, Megan Baker who cleared that one away. Nice job by D. Almeida to step in front and win the ball. Now a through ball for Garrett. Just outside the box. Fake the cross. Now crosses. And that one will go into no man's land for a goal kick.
Again, would love to see Monmouth play the ball on the ground in front of their 18-yard box and try to get forward a little bit more with passes on the ground. Playing the ball in the air today isn't really what their dynamic looks like, so let's look to see if they can shift that just a little bit.
Right, and you saw the 1/2 chance that Monmouth takes there on the cross from Dry Hop, and you make Kessler make a play, not able to fully grasp it. It ends up in the middle of the box, anybody's ball to play. Sometimes that's all you need. Doesn't always have to be the perfect chance. Chasing it down into the corner is Baker. Past the halfway point of this first half at Hess Field on the Great Lawn. Haven't seen Binghamton on the attack in a while. And a Buckwalter trying to get it started. That ball's given away, though. And the Hawks will play it back to Tallulah Miller.
I think both teams kind of settled into the game just a little bit more. Beginning of the game, there was almost like a ping pong going on, but now it's more settled, connecting passes, using triangles to get forward.
Crossed all the way to the far side of the box. Davis applying some pressure. Down goes Dry Hop. And the whistle will go against Davis.
No, that's a kick. That's a kick. Be strong, Al. Don't let her do that.
20 minutes to go here in the first half. And Hoke will boot one away. Headed straight up into the air. 50-50 ball. Still no call, and looks like Monmouth will retain it. It was D'Almeida and Olaya Blanco going head for head there, and Monmouth gets the call. They give it right away, though. Davis, a through ball. Here's another foot race. Worrell and Hope, another great win on the 50-50 ball. And that's the same story we saw earlier on. Hoke beating Worrell to the through ball.
Hoke has been able to read the ball going through the back line greatly today. She knows where her body needs to be, knows when she needs to step, knows when she needs to make a tackle, and Katie Hoke is doing just that.
Well, Katie Hoke, the junior from Wyoming High School in Pennsylvania, also ran indoor track there. She holds 2 school records on that track team, so the speed is nothing new to her. A lot of these players with track backgrounds make sense. You'll see not only track, but cross country, that distance running. Got to get the endurance up, especially for hot days like today. That one knocked out of play, and Binghamton will be awarded the throw in. Each team's with a couple of decent chances, but still feels like neither team has been able to really take control of this game. Miller plays it near side. Dry hop pressured. Nice job keeping possession and playing it ahead to Noto Francesco. Her touch was too strong. Now Hoke has to clear it out of danger. And Brooke D'Almeida plays it ahead. Garrett with the one touch up to rhyme it. And it was knocked out by Allison Falvo. Good job by Falvo, at least allowing her team to reset there defensively, as we get a sub here. Natalie McGovern, the freshman, coming on for Emily D'Almeida.
Natalie McGovern had played in the first 3 games this year, averaging about 46 minutes. So we're interested to see her impact she has up top today.
A hometown kid, Forked River, New Jersey, 4 years varsity at Lacey Township, and she was a scoring machine. 68 goals, 45 assists in her career. 4-time All-County and All-State as a junior, and didn't have to go too far for college playing days. That one played ahead. Lavridge has a ton of space just inside the box. Fakes the shot. Now lets it go just high over the crossbar. That is by far the best chance Monmouth has had so far, and Lavridge just couldn't strike it clean.
But she was calm, cool, collected in front of the goal. It just didn't go her way there.
Now another sub coming on here for Monmouth. Rymett will head off and give way to Maria Bagu, the freshman. So some youth coming in here early on for Monmouth. That one played out, and a Monmouth throw-in coming. Trying to build off of that last chance for Lavridge.
Into the game for the Hawks is number 19, Natalie McGovern, and number 15, Marie Bowe.
Just above 15 minutes remaining in this first half. Still no score. And now it looks like Davis might be a bit shaken up, and that is the last thing Binghamton wants to see.
Binghamton's attack has been relying heavy on Jakaya Davis. We definitely want to see her still in the game.
She's able to walk it off, though. She'll stay out there. Monmouth putting some pressure on. And they're able to take it away. Garrett with some space to operate. Plays one a bit too strong for De Almeida. But it ends up right back with Messer. Something building for Monmouth. Lavrich got a head on it, but it goes wide. She was marked in the box pretty well. Believe it was Falvo there with her, step for step, and not much room to operate there for Lavrich.
Lavrich has 2 goals on the season. So she's trying to find the back of the net here. Those opportunities just haven't been going her way so far.
Yeah, we have called her name a ton so far today. Talked about it in the Open, but last season's Rookie of the Year in the conference. 9th in the CAA with her 20 points. 8 assists, led the conference. Numbers here for Monmouth. Trying to play that one over to Bogue, but it was too strong. Now coming up to pressure is Dryhop. Davis couldn't keep it in. A tricky play there by Davis, and she almost towed the line. Now Dryhop will reset it again with a throw-in. Some contact there, no whistle. Binghamton gets it back, and Davis plays it through the back line. That one cut out pretty well by McGovern. Ball played ahead. Bogue, bouncing ball, lost it, and Garofalo clears it away. Now Katie Hoke out around midfield. Strong touch, able to get it over to Dryhop. Now she lofts across in the box. Garrett couldn't get a clean head on it, able to track it down. Send one on goal, and it's saved by Kessler.
And that is exactly what I mean, talking about a dangerous ball in the box there. Monmouth wasn't able to quite get a head on it, but it definitely gave some frights to the Bearcats in the back.
Right, and a good job by Garrett, even though it wasn't a perfect chance, to just put that one on Kessler and make her make a play. It was a nice ball by Dryhop, and a good job by Garrett staying with it. And had to make a tough save there was Kessler. Binghamton trying to counter, but they lost it just outside the box. Now in the midfield, it's Brotherston, and a good job by Miller once again coming off her line to sniff out the chance.
Miller has been playing quite aggressively today's game. 2 balls off her line, easy collection, calming her team down. Now it looks like she wants to play up and in.
She'll take her time here, allow the attack to reset. So after Binghamton really started this game with all the pressure, Monmouth has entered back well. They took the next 4 shots, got 2 of them on goal. And that was the first time Binghamton got the ball to the cage in a while. Sounds like we're getting another sub here. It'll be a pair of subs, actually, for Binghamton. Ali Victoriano and Sophia Miller. Victoriano, a freshman. Miller, a sophomore. And a Buck Walter will sit down along with Alexis Worrell, so trying to get some fresh legs on the attack. Just outside the box, good job by Katie Hoke. She has done a great job on that back line today. Able to end that chance for the Bearcats.
Katie Hoke has been everywhere all day so far.
Ten minutes to play here in this first half. Both teams still looking for first blood. And that one played a bit too strong by Lavrich. So Binghamton will get it right back. Pretty evenly played first half so far, I would say. Nice job to handle that one, Chloe Messer, but it bounces around and ends up with Paige Luke, who couldn't really find it. and had it knocked away. Holding off the defender is Brooke D'Almeida. And that ball looking for D'Almeida, a bit too strong. Davis with Luke. A great one-touch pass. Davis with a chance. Notre Francesco got there to give her some trouble, and it missed wide, and now we'll get a whistle. Davis wanted a call there, and had she gotten it, it would have been on the verge of a PK.
As a goalkeeper, that's the last thing you want with 9 minutes left in the first half.
They're going to say Notre Francesco got a piece of that one. And so a corner kick coming up for Binghamton. This will be their second of the game. And here's another look at that last chance for Davis. A nice ball from Luke. Notre Francesco, hey, you call it at home. There was some contact. I guess they say she got enough of the ball, but a dangerous challenge. Paid off, though. This one lofted in and hits awry off the foot and out for a goal kick. Believe that was Brotherston who got a foot on it, but not much trouble for the Hawks.
Both teams haven't been able to capitalize on corner kicks. You would love to see teams put a ball in the 6-yard box to allow the goalkeeper to have some danger and her back four to talk through the play.
Yeah, nothing doing on the set pieces so far for either team. A large part of why we're still scoreless. Trying to chase it down on the far side is Dry Hop, but not able to get there. And so another throw in coming. Brotherston trying to get it to Miller, but it was headed away by Hoke. Brotherston plays it to the back line. Monmouth turning up the heat. Lavridge took it away, but it was batted around, and now a throw-in coming right in front of the Monmouth bench. And another sub coming in. Heading off for Monmouth is Brooke D'Almeida, and she'll give way to the sophomore Kennedy Erdman. Erdman, a returner from last year, 10 games last season, got 5 shots up.
Entering the game for the Hawks is number 22.
And that one played a bit too strong. So Binghamton will get it back. Can't imagine either coach is going to be too happy with this first half so far. A lot of contact there, but no whistle. Davis played it with one touch. Now into the middle. And a good opportunity there. I believe that was Lauren Clark for Binghamton, who's fresh into the game. She came in for Paige Luke, and right off the bench had an opportunity, but couldn't corral it.
Both coaches were looking to make subs to make an impact, and right there, it's definitely an impact play.
Both teams with a ton to clean up at the halftime break. Some pressure there. Davis forcing Miller to just clear that one out for a throw-in.
Monmouth's back line has some good spells and good communication, but right there, not too sure what went on.
And Miller did pretty well to just get it out of trouble and let's reset this thing. 6 minutes left in the first half. That one headed away out of the box. And that one cleared out to midfield. Bogue, nice ball to Garrett. Garrett and Bogue running the two-man. And Garrett had her pass knocked away, able to recover it. Some help coming. McGovern plays it off to Erdman. Really nice recovery by the Bearcats there to combat the rush. And now Davis will have a run at it. Getting to show off the speed. Hoke, really well defended again. She has been tremendous today.
Katie Hoke is having a great game today. Like we said earlier, she's been all over the field, been creating defensive pressure to where Binghamton's offense is like, I don't want the ball near her.
That is a really tough player to defend one-on-one in a foot race. And Hoke able to stay step for step with Davis and stick with her after she was able to get on the ball.
Yes, Hoke is playing some clinical defense today.
That throw in a bit too strong, and Dry Hop will smartly let it go through for a goal kick. So some sloppy play there from Binghamton cost him a possession.
Hoke is a player who only really played 4 games last year. So she has a big ask, and she's definitely living up to the big ask today.
4.5 to go in the first half. Still a chance for either team to get on the board. Monmouth gave it up. Good pressure in the midfield. Converging on it was McGovern to take it away. That one stepped in front of, and now a lot of contact and a whistle as Garofalo went down following the nice pass interception. And Garofalo, the junior from Aberdeen, preseason All-America East selection, able to steal a possession for the Bearcats. First team All-Conference selection last year for Binghamton. Started all 18 games and was an anchor for this defense. A key piece coming back for them this year. High arcing boot just outside of the box. Bounces over the head of, looked like that was Messer. And now Messer sends one high in the air off the noggin of Falvo and out for a Monmouth throw-in.
Sometimes you need to just play the ball up the field to relieve your team of some pressure, to get your body back behind the ball and look to go forward.
I mentioned, by the way, Garofalo, a returning All-America East first team selection. They're the only team in the conference returning multiple All-America East players. Anna Buckwalter and Garofalo, the two that will come back for them. So it just goes to show a year of really unprecedented turnover in the conference. It's going to give Binghamton a great chance to compete this year for the title. Set piece coming from Monmouth. They have not been able to do much on the set pieces so far. But with 2.5 to go in the first, they'll try and get on the board. It'll be Katie Hoke, who has been great defensively so far today, looking to make an impact on the other side. Hoke with the boot. Coming up to play it is Kessler. Ball still free, and Kessler able to jump on it. A little bit messy, but a good job by Kessler to recover it.
Both goalkeepers today have been playing very aggressive off their line. Kessler almost got caught, but was able to gather it.
Yeah, she found a crowd there of bodies and almost wasn't able to get through to that ball, and really just got lucky with the way it settled there as it ping-ponged around. Nice D on the sideline there by Lauren Clark, knocked it out, but a Monmouth throw-in. McGovern back to Nota Francesco. 90 seconds to play in the half. Bouncing ball played back by Bogue. Won it away from Blanco. Hoke with the liner. Off the head of Garrett and through to Kessler. No harm done.
Got an easy collection there for the goalkeeper of Binghamton to confidently grab the ball and play it with her back line right now.
1 minute remaining.
Got to give credit to the back lines for both teams today. Not giving up anything easy so far.
That was a big emphasis when talking with both coaches. They are going to rely heavy on their back lines to not allow goals, but they also need their attack to score some goals.
Final 40 ticks of the first half. Nota Francesco plays it back out to the midfield. Bogue looking on the through ball for Erdman. She'll race it down. 30 seconds to play. Erdman lines it into the box. Still on her foot, McGovern. Double team, gives it up. A long shot off the foot of Messer, misses everything, and with 15 seconds to go, That might be the last action we see here in the first half.
9, 8, 7,
Down to the final 10 ticks, and
4,
looks like
3,
Kessler and the Bearcats will be happy to let it run out. No score at the end of the first.
And an opportunity to chase the game. You want to be the first team to score the goal, to open up the field a little bit, and then maybe play a little bit conservative.
And a good run here right out of the gate from Alexis Worrell. Good recovery by Monmouth, but now on the flank it's Baker. The Bearcats putting immediate pressure on, and Miller lets that one go through for a goal kick, but clearly an aggressive start for Coach Bhattacharjee in Binghamton.
Exactly what we said in the locker room. He definitely wants his team to attack forward, attack with numbers, putting Monmouth's back line under pressure.
You don't really see teams play that aggressively off the kick like that, so it was a bit striking for me.
I think that comes with the game being 0-0. You're looking to find any way to find the back of the net.
And Worrell was able to advance that ball pretty far and get it to Baker. But a good recovery by the Hawks, and now they'll get their first possession of the second half. On the far side, looked like that was Rymett who had it knocked off her foot. Monmouth throw-in coming. Rymett doubled, and another throw-in. The second half has hurt Monmouth this year. So far in the first half, they've played 2-2 against opponents. In the second half, though, outscored 6-3. So that has been their Achilles heel. Looking to buck that trend today.
But on the contrary there, they were able to score a late goal against Bucknell to give their team a little bit more momentum coming in today.
That was some goal, too, by Lavridge. If you haven't seen it, go and look it up. It is worth a watch. Caught the keeper off her line, scored from way out with a high looping shot over her head that just snuck underneath the crossbar.
Keeper's nightmare there.
It's one of those things, there's almost nothing you can do because you're never expecting a shot from where Lavridge pulled it from. She was even deeper than where the ball is set up right now. Would have been probably about 5 steps behind that CAA logo when she let it go. And thanks to her, Monmouth comes into this one with a win. And shout out to the production team. You don't have to go too far. We have it for you. There is Lavridge with 25 seconds left. Hey, couldn't have walked it down there much better.
Exactly what you need when your team is looking to chase the game, looking to go forward, and sometimes you just got to hit a Hail Mary.
And toner Andrew Kurtz in the production room do a spectacular job. Shout out to them on that one. That one's knocked out. A throw-in coming for Binghamton. About 5 minutes down here in the first half. Some contact there. Monmouth throw-in coming. So similar to the way the first half started, a little sloppy out of the gates for both sides.
Again, we're looking to see what team's able to get comfortable fast, get the ball on the ground, move the ball forward. But it takes time sometimes early on in the season.
Dry hop had it taken away. Davis with some space. Plays it toward the middle. Now it's Worrell looking over to Baker, and a nice job recovering was Clara Ford to take it off her foot. That was dangerous.
Clara Ford being a player who only played 3 games there, that was a confident play right there from Clara Ford.
Get a second look at it. In just a second, Clara Ford, the senior from Monmouth Beach. 16 games last year, just 1 start though. She has stepped up into the lineup this year, and woo, she was just there in time.
But that's what you need in the back line. Little confident plays to allow you to play confident throughout the whole game.
She has not been a mainstay in the starting lineup over her career, but she has a ton of experience. I mentioned the 16 games last year. You go back to her sophomore year, 14 starts in 15 games. And when she played, as we get an injury here and a whistle, we're going to stop the clock. And that's Davis that's down for Binghamton. So the trainer will come out and tend to her. And luckily, it looks like she's going to be able to get back up to her feet. And this is a scary sight for Bearcats fans. We saw her in a little bit of pain in that first half. And it looks like she might have gotten some contact up high. And now she's going to be walked off with the trainer.
That's something you never want to see anywhere on the field. Any player getting hurt, but looks like she's up moving a little bit laughing with her trainer. Looks like she might be good to go.
We talked about her in the open, an energetic player in terms of her play style, but you also get the sense that she has an energetic personality just watching her interact with her teammates out there and opponents even.
Yeah, talking to Coach Bhattacharjee, he said that she's an electric player, a player that you want to have on your team, a player that's going to make goal-scoring opportunities if she's not scoring. But again, last year she had 5 goals, and she already has 2 this season.
Such a big part of what they're trying to do, so they will obviously miss her while she's out for whatever period of time she is out for. They'll have to get her checked out to make sure she can come back. And on in her place is Sophia Miller, the sophomore. Nice move there by Clara Ford. Trying to play one ahead, too strong, right into the arms of Kessler. No harm there. So Clara Ford all over the field to start this second half. Handball there will give it back to the Bearcats. And now we get another clock stoppage. As Binghamton gets set for the set piece.
Let's look to see if they play the ball short, if it looked to go long, because we're kind of set up to do either short or a long ball here.
That one's a low liner just outside the box. Tapped away by Nota Francesco. A shot blocked off the foot of Buckwalter. And tracking it down on the corner is Dryhop to clear it out. That one knocked out of play, and a throw in coming for Monmouth. Dryhop will take it. So another set piece with really nothing doing for Binghamton.
Set pieces can be very dangerous if they're executed perfectly.
Miller clears it. Rymet with the touch. A bit too strong. Taken off her foot by Garofalo. Able to recover it, though. Chased down from behind. Good job to keep possession. Had her pass deflected, and now trying to play it to the back line, but it's a bit short and ends up on the foot of Paige Luke. Good passing here for Binghamton. That one a bit too strong for Blanco. And now a whistle.
Looks like to be an offsides call there. Looking to be a little too excited to go forward, but it just got caught.
Yeah, that was Miller, the sub, who came in for Davis, running up to play that pass that was a bit too strong. And so another giveaway by the Bearcats. It's a great ball played up ahead, just outside of the box. Garrett bounces it out to the flank. Ford tracking it down. Has a step. Now met by Baker. Nice ball into the middle of the field. McGovern bouncing it around with the Almeida. Back out to Ford. Her cross blocked out by Baker, and a throw in coming. So good build up there for Monmouth. Just not able to make that inciting pass.
Yes, a better build-up here by Monmouth, but also keeping the defense honest by playing a ball on the ground compared to playing a ball over top.
Megan Baker did a good job back there. She has been a big part of the back line for Binghamton so far today. Mentioned during the lineups, Brooke Herber, the senior D, out for Binghamton, a big loss, and they have been sturdy even without her back there. That one played way up into the air. McGovern trying to get it to D'Almeida. D'Almeida did a good job to win the ball. Dry hop. Cross just over the crossbar. That one might even have been a shot. Either that or a cross that didn't bend. Still made Kessler sweat a bit as she had to jump up and protect the crossbar.
Sometimes a miss hit does go in the back of the net, but again, keeping the goalkeeper honest and this Bearcat back line.
And now there's a Bearcat down. I can't tell if that's an injury or looks like it might just be an equipment malfunction there. Yeah, we got an untied shoelace down in the box.
Sometimes in the run of play, your cleat gets stuck in another player's cleat.
We didn't have a great angle there. What was going on? I saw Garofalo helping out, so maybe we had a knotted shoelace. That's tough to deal with. That one gets past Ford onto the foot of Baker with some space. Ford catches up. Nice cross by Baker, but it's through to Miller, who makes the save.
Easy, confident, comfortable save for Miller.
And there were two green jerseys there. It went just past the head of Worrell, but if Miller let it get any further, Paige Luke was flying in behind her and would have probably cleaned that one up with ease. So some good mitts by Tallulah Miller to keep this one scoreless. Now we'll get another sub, and a great sign, a sigh of relief for Binghamton fans. Jakea Davis coming back on, and she'll give Sophia Miller a rest.
Number 3, Jakea Davis.
On the throw-in, it was played to Luke. Had it knocked away. Another Binghamton throw-in. Baker will take it again. Summer Rymett putting some pressure on. 10 minutes gone by in this second half. Still looking to light up the scoreboard. Both teams have had some good chances, but nothing to show for it. Loda Francesco on the ground to D'Almeida, now played to the back line. That one hit off the foot of Blanco and out. A throw in for the Hawks. Lavrich, haven't called her name much here in the second half. This one played all the way back to Miller. Another touch for Lavrich. Bounce straight up. Buck Walter comes away with it. Plays that one on the ground. No one home, though, and Miller will go out and take charge.
On that first initial ball played up by Miller, I would have loved to see her come the opposite way with Clara Ford to not only put a ball down on the opposite side, but give her team a little bit more time to relax on the ball.
We've seen a lot of Megan Baker playing on that near side flank in that matchup with Ford.
Megan Baker played in 28 games in her career so far, scoring 2 goals and had 2 assists last season. So she definitely could be a problem if they let her go.
This one tracked down by Katie Hoke, who had a big first half. Hasn't done much here in half number 2. Loses that one, and a Bearcats throw in coming. And Megan Baker, who we were just talking about, checks out. Into the game is Sam Allen for the first time today, the sophomore from Barnegat Light, New Jersey. That one batted around and out for what looks to be a corner kick coming up. Binghamton taking their time to set up on this one. It'll be the third corner kick of the day for them. Nothing to show for it so far. This one, a liner curling in on the goal line. And it misses wide.
That's exactly what I was talking about. Putting the ball in the 6-yard box, having the goalkeeper to deal with it, and her defensive players deal with the ball.
And that is miraculous for Monmouth to not concede anything here. Almost an Olympico. Hit a couple of white shirts, and I believe it was Buckwalter who got a chance at it for Binghamton. Couldn't really find her balance and get a foot on it, hit off of her body and out. And that's going to be one they want back.
But that was the best opportunity we've seen from both teams today.
I don't think Miller was expecting that ball to curl in like that. And it hit off of a white jersey. Probably lucky it did, otherwise that one might have curled right in.
And that's why you play the ball right into the 6-yard box and have the goalkeeper to deal with it.
Clara Ford, who's gotten a ton of cardio here in the second half, will take a rest. Into the game is Charlie Perna, a legacy here at Monmouth. Her sister Madison Perna graduated after 6 seasons and 81 games with Monmouth. And so now Perna trying to keep the legacy going. Almost 15 minutes down in the second half. Still no score. That one taken away by McGovern in the midfield. Tracked down from behind. She loses it. Garofalo plays it ahead to Buckwalter. Sliding tackle there by D'Almeida, able to win it back. Rymett couldn't track it down, and now a whistle. Maybe a bit of a sell there by Brotherston, but there was contact. And the Bearcats will get it back.
Second half is looking to be a little bit more chippy, a little bit more aggression on both sides, but still pretty calm.
You could feel the urgency here as this game moves on, and both teams looking for that advantage. Now it's Davis, first touch since she's come back in, trying to play one ahead to Luke, but it ends up on the foot of Miller, who clears it out. McGovern couldn't get a touch. Perna clears it out of danger. Now on the throw-in, Sam Allen. That one looked like it might have gotten a piece of the arm of Perna. No call, though. Now Davis with a chance, but Miller beats her to the ball.
Love the aggression there from Miller, and then also the quick restart going forward.
Monmouth trying to get on the counter-attack, but that pass a bit offline, and another throw-in coming for Binghamton. Both teams just a bit out of sync so far today.
Definitely comes with it being the beginning of the season,
Right.
New players, young players, so as the game goes on, season goes on, both teams might be a little bit more comfortable with each other.
You'd rather work out these kinks in August and get yourself firing in all cylinders as you move towards conference play. A lot of contact on that challenge, and now there's a Bearcat down. And we're going to get a clock stoppage here as the trainer comes out. That's Mackenzie Brotherston, the freshman, down on the turf. You saw Davis go down a couple of minutes ago. Luckily, she has re-entered. Brotherston going to need some attention here. As you see the trainer come out. Still no score here in West Long Branch. Just under a half hour to play.
I'm sure at the half, both coaches are telling the team to play a little bit more aggressive, but when you play more aggressive, it comes body-to-body contact, and sometimes players aren't expecting it. It looked like there, Brotherson wasn't expecting that immediate contact there.
You've seen a ton of that contact, like you said here in this second half, getting a little bit more physical. Brotherston from Lenoka Harbor, All-State and first team All-Shore, helped take Lacey Township High School to the conference division title. Over 100 career points and one of the top scorers in school history there. So a bit of a homecoming for her as we get some changes during this break. And it sounds like Brotherston is back up to her feet and she'll walk it out.
It's nothing worse than a lower body hit, lower body injury, especially in women's sports.
Good to see her able to get off on her own power here, though. She definitely looked to be in some pain when she initially went down. So hope she's okay. And Megan Baker will come in and take her place. Lauren Garrett checks out for Monmouth. Marie Bogue back in. So Megan Baker got a quick break after a sub a couple of minutes ago. Now refreshed, she'll come back out. After all that, a set piece coming from Monmouth. 28:33 to play in the second half. Still no score. Jack Bartek, Jamie Skrupski in the booth. That one off the head of Rymett. Monmouth wins the ball. D'Almeida back to Nota Francesco. Francesco's pass attempt blocked, and now a whistle as a body to the turf for the Bearcats. Believe that was Worrell, and Binghamton gets it back.
Again, a lot of contact going into the ball, going into those 50-50 balls.
Garofalo will boot it away. This one tracked down by Perna. A little bit of pressure, she chips it out. And looks like she'll be able to save a throw in rather than a corner kick, as she had Paige Luke bearing down on her. Still a dangerous area, though, here for Binghamton. Thrown into the box just on the edge and cleared away. Believe that was Hoke.
That was almost a dangerous throw-in from Sam Allen there. She was able to get the ball kind of on the corner of the 6, making Monmouth's defense stay with the ball.
Allen able to get another throw-in into the box. Perna doing some good work defensively. Allen trying to track it down. Nota Francesco had the last touch on it. So another throw-in coming.
Again, you can see the aggressiveness of this game where Sam Allen just got poked kind of hard. She's slowly going to go take this throw-in.
She's been busy the past minute or so. A couple of throw-ins and all that contact there. Still able to get it back into the box. We had a sub for Binghamton. Paige Luke checked out. Grace McCaslin came in. Just outside of the box, a floating ball into the arms of Tallulah Miller. And so some good pressure from Binghamton, but not able to get a great chance out of it.
Yeah, and that's a save that Miller makes during training, makes during warm-up, so definitely comfortable in her zone right there.
Now Monmouth trying to make something happen on the attack. That one played to nobody. Nota Francesco tried to save it, but flying in to win possession was Worrell. Allen trying to find Davis. Perna clears it out. And more throw-in action for Sam Allen. Allen looking for Davis, headed out by Perna. Allen this time crossing in. Miller kind of got caught in between there, and lucky there was nobody to pressure her. McCaslin was the closest Bearcat, but not able to make it tough, and Miller was able to recover it.
Yeah, and you can see the wind's kind of picking up a little bit. So you serve the ball into the box, it could dip, it could spin, but Miller did a good job tracking the ball right into her chest.
That's the 5th save for Miller so far today. Under 25 minutes to play. A tough tackle there. Bogue lost her footing, but Falvo got the ball, and it'll be a throw-in coming for Monmouth. Ryman trying to get a step, crossing it into the middle. Garofalo on the other end of it, and that one will go out off of Monmouth for another Bearcats throw-in. So good build-up, couldn't make anything out of it.
And this season, Monmouth doesn't have to rely heavy on Summer Ryman, but also they need other people to start the attack today.
Obviously a different team last year. We talked about it in the first half. Ryman scored in 13 of 20 games last year. They were 10-1-2 when she did score or assist, and when she did not record a point, 2-2-3. She has really yet to get involved this season. Obviously so much more pressure on her. They're going to need her to turn it around if they want to turn these results around. Nota Francesco trying to cross that one in. Garofalo blocked it away. Nota Francesco trying to work quickly. Now we'll wait for help. Good job winning that ball back, and draws the whistle on Worrell.
That is exactly what you want your outside back to do. Join in the run of play, make something dangerous. And here we have another set piece for Monmouth.
This time, Nota Francesco will get a chance to send one into the box if she so chooses. And she does, putting it right in the area of Kessler, ahead on it, still pinballing around. Lavrich plays it off to Ryman. Now Lavrich still loose, tracked down by Perna and cleared away. What a sequence.
Emphasizing putting the ball right in the box, right around the play, right in the mess.
And those are the two players you want in the mix if you're Monmouth, Lavrich and Ryman, with a couple of chances at it, but well defended by the Bearcats.
But I will give Kessler some props there. She did come off her line the first initial ball, stayed calm and composed, and her back line helped her out there.
You've said it time and time again, though, today, Jamie. Just put that ball in the box and make something happen. With that ball bouncing around the way it was, you just never know who it might hit off of. And Binghamton able to come away with that with no harm done, but that was one of the better chances we've seen for Monmouth so far today.
But now in the second half, we've seen both teams had chances, but who's going to be able to capitalize first?
Yeah, a lot more action early in this second half, as opposed to it took the final couple of minutes of that first half to see things start to get going. We talked about that urgency, though, as this game gets later and later. Both teams trying to get that leg up and put pressure on the opponent. Another change coming for Binghamton. Coming off is Alexis Worrell, and it'll be the grad senior from East Brunswick, New Jersey, Isabella Martillo, to take her place. Martillo has been a big piece of this program the last couple of years. As a junior, she was voted Teammate of the Year by her peers. Trying to provide a boost. McGovern with a liner! And Monmouth has the 1-0 lead. It was Summer Ryman from way out, sneaking it under the crossbar. And the Hawks jump out in front.
And we're talking about it earlier. Summer playing a game to where she doesn't have to be involved in every play, but when she is involved, she will make the other team pay.
Second of the year for Summer Rymett. All eyes on her. The preseason CAA Player of the Year puts the Hawks in front on this beautiful long ball.
Nothing the goalkeeper could do there. Summer hit the ball perfectly right at the top. Gessler went the right way and just unfortunately couldn't get a hand on it.
We were talking about it before the game. Rymett is one of those players that as soon as she steps on the field, she is dangerous. And right there, a situation that you think nothing of, and she made something out of nothing.
She's a player that can hit the ball anywhere on the field within the 18-yard box.
Some contact there, no whistle. So Monmouth able to play with a lead. That one unassisted, as I mentioned, second of the year for Rymett. And that's got to be a breath of fresh air for Monmouth as they look to really start getting her going early on in the season.
This is exactly what Monmouth needed coming off of their win against Lehigh. They are now going to, win off of Bucknell. Summer Rymett is a player that Coach Flynn wants to be involved in every play, but she doesn't have to be. But there, she was able to create an opportunity for herself and get her own goal.
Yeah, and with all that attention that she is going to be paid this year, she's going to need some goals like that are, you know, maybe half chances or long shots, but she has the skill set to cash in on opportunities like that.
Yeah, she's a player you always have to have their eyes on, whether she's involved in the play or she's tucked away on the side.
Monmouth looking to add some insurance. This one crossed in, and Kessler able to grab it just on the edge of the pipe. Lauren Garrett back in, McGovern to the bench with a 1-0 Monmouth lead. Under 20 minutes to play. Now things ratchet up a little bit for Binghamton. Got to start to turn the heat up.
But now you see the confidence for Monmouth. Monmouth now is looking to attack a little bit forward, faster.
Even with as much as Monmouth graduated, the talent that remains is on full display with a player like Summer Rymett. And that is going to be key as they look to build that experience and chemistry in these early season games that you hope, you know, by the late season, you'll be able to develop that a bit more.
Yeah, but up top, they also have Lauren Garrett, Natalie McGovern, Ashley Lavridge, who still create chances, even if they might not be scoring, but they're getting chances forward.
Right, a little different from last year where they brought back so much experience on that back line. They were able to rely on that more. This year it's going to be the attack that kind of has to jumpstart them. Although the back line has done a great job today. They'll have to hold strong for about 18 more minutes.
One of Coach Flynn's key points was allowing her back line to be a little bit more comfortable, more confident, and today in the second half they looked more confident and more comfortable on the ball.
Garrett off the bench, plays it ahead to D'Almeida. D'Almeida doubled. That one well played in the corner. Garofalo trying to save it, hit the corner flag, and Notre Francesco will throw it in. Good work by D'Almeida, working against two defenders, forcing the miscue. Garrett chips it over to Notre Francesco. Good work to retain possession by the Hawks here. And that's the name of the game at this point, working with the lead. One thing Monmouth did so well last year is even when playing with the lead, they did not turn down the pressure. They still played their game instead of just, you know, parking the bus and trying to retain leads.
Yeah, and you can see that here. As soon as they scored that goal, they kind of open up their play, open up their confidence. They're trying to restart quicker, where in the first half they're playing a little bit more reserved.
Baker tried to clear that one away. Instead, it ends up with Bogue. Perna, now Notre Francesco. Crossing, cleared away. Buckwalter had her pass intercepted. Garrett. Wow, she's going to be hit with a whistle there. I thought that Garrett was going to win that call. Instead, it goes against her, and the Bearcats get it back.
But a sigh of relief for the Bearcats. That would be a dangerous spot right at the top of your 18-yard box. Dangerous right there.
And Monmouth has possessed the ball pretty much ever since they scored to take that 1-0 lead. So a chance to get some momentum going the other way if you're Binghamton. And that one just errant off the foot of Baker. It looked like they had something building there. Instead, the Hawks get it right back. Approaching the 75th minute, Garrett lost her footing. Good work by Notre Francesco, though, to keep that one from trouble.
But the way this Binghamton lineup is, they have a lot of players in the midfield. They need to be able to connect the ball on the ground, to progress forward, not necessarily keep playing those through balls.
Obviously, with a player like Jakea Davis, they can get one in a hurry, so this game is not over. At least not with a 1-0 lead and this much time to play. On cue, Davis gets a foot on it, but Brooke Almeida in the right spot at the right time. Feels like the freshman has been everywhere today for Monmouth. This is a nice through ball played for Lavrich. A bit too strong. Knocked out by Falvo, but another Monmouth throw-in.
Falvo's another name we were saying a lot today in the Binghamton's back line. She's doing everything she needs to do to help her team not concede another goal.
With Brooke Herber out, she has been one of the players to step up back there. Francesco playing it to the corner. A foot race. Garofalo wins it. Knocked out. And they're going to say that that one was off of Garrett last. So a goal kick coming for Kessler. And now a sub coming on. Worrell will come in as Martillo heads to the bench. Talking about Brooke Almeida and how good she has been as just a freshman. It's got to help a little bit to have an older sister that's been in the program and kind of help bring you up to speed.
Yeah, Brooke played in all 3 games prior to today.
Miller comes way off the line to try and clear that one and took a bunch of contact, and now she's down in some pain. And the ref signaling she took some contact up high there, and so the trainer is going to have to come out and check her out, and we're going to get the clock stopped. That was a super aggressive play from Tallulah Miller.
You never want to see the goalkeeper go down, especially in a 1v1, 50-50 ball scenario right there. But she had to use her feet. She was out of her box, so she couldn't use her hands.
So Miller getting tended to. We're just under 13 minutes to play here at Hess Field on the Great Lawn. A 1-0 Monmouth lead, courtesy of Summer Rymett with her second goal of the year. And now the attention is on Miller. Check out the Monmouth huddle. They hope their goalkeeper is okay. It'd be interesting to see here for Monmouth. Miller is the only keeper that has played for them this year, so you wonder who they might call on if she's not able to stay in. And warming up for the Hawks is Alex Scott, the sophomore from Kings Park, New York. While we have a second, a shout out to McClune's Boathouse, one of the sponsors of today's broadcast. McClune's family of restaurants. They have a couple here in the Jersey Shore area. Good place to grab a bite, especially on a beautiful day like today. So Tallulah Miller back to her feet and able to walk off on her own power. But this is a very interesting development in this game because, as I mentioned, 270 minutes coming into today. Tallulah Miller has handled all of them for Monmouth, and now they're going to have to rely on the backup keeper, Alex Scott. And Jamie, this has got to be a tough spot for a keeper to be put in, thrown into the fire with just over 10 minutes to play, protecting a 1-goal lead, and you know Binghamton is going to be throwing as many right and left hooks as they can.
Yeah, there's nothing worse for a goalkeeper going into the game with a little under 13 minutes left, but on the sidelines, you are locked in. You are looking at what the other team's doing attack-wise, so I'm sure Scott's going to come in pretty confident, maybe a little shaken up, but her back line in front of her will carry her through this game.
A chance for Monmouth here to gain some insurance, though. This would help. Ryman with space, and she puts another one in. A brace for Summer Ryman, and the Hawks lead it 2-0. Just what the doctor ordered for Monmouth. And that will help Alex Scott settle in between the pipes.
Exactly what you need as a coach, exactly what you need as a goalkeeper, and exactly what Simon Ryman needs to going into this season. 2 goals on the game.
Third of the year for Ryman, and she is starting to find that form. Worth a second look. A really nice ball. I believe it was Bogue who sent it her way, and just too much space to let Ryman operate with.
Ryman had a clinical finish there with her left foot, finding the back of the net, right past Kessler.
And it was Marie Bogue, the freshman, able to get that one over to Ryman. Really nice play by Marie Bogue. She has been all in the action this year. That's her second assist of the season. 2-time All-State selection at Guilderland High School. Her father played at Hartwick College, so she's a second generation. And a big boost there, and this one is going to take a heavy lift for Binghamton at this point. That one well played by Bogue on the defensive side to clear it away. Now Lavrich trying to catch up to her own ball. Overran it a bit. De Almeida settles it down in the midfield. Monmouth just not letting their foot off the gas pedal despite the 2-score lead. And after a bit of a disjointed first half, they picked it up towards the end of that first half. This has got to feel good for Coach Flynn and that Hawks sideline, almost like a monkey off the back.
This is exactly the Monmouth team that we've been waiting for and been looking for this season. They came off a win last game, turning it over into this game now with a 2-0 lead.
And a good job late in the last 2 games, right? Bucknell, they kind of stole it with 20 seconds left on a crazy goal from Lavrich. This time, just taking control in this second half of a pretty 50-50 game. Ryman on the ball there, not able to recover it. Binghamton will knock it out for a throw-in. Secondary assist on that goal, by the way, doing some housekeeping. Lauren Garrett will get credited with one. So that's her second assist of the year.
Yeah, but now Binghamton's going to have to chase the game. Them being down 2 goals is something you never want to be in, but we should see if they can rely on Jakea Davis to get them opportunities going forward.
Garrett sends that one high and wide. So a goal kick coming from Kessler. Binghamton trying to pick up the pace. It is getting late early for the Bearcats. Garofalo A lot of contact. Nice job by Luke to settle it down. Has a step, but stepping in front is Brooke Almeida, and a whistle will put Binghamton into a set piece.
We did see the ref said play on, but for Binghamton, this is exactly what you're right now. A collected ball on the ground, look to have a goal scoring opportunities, not in the round of play, but serving a ball right into the box.
Yeah, that goes back to that first touch for Luke that she was kind of tugged on the jersey. Now a looping ball into the front of the box, still free. Luke ends up on the ball. D'Almeida bouncing it around, and now it's cleared out.
I wish Binghamton would have put the ball right on top of Alex Scott, knowing she just came into the game.
She has not been tested yet in the nearly 5 minutes she's been out there. This is like a dream come true for Coach Flynn. Since Scott has come in, not only has she, that's the first touch she's had on that clearance, and she's gotten the insurance goal added by Ryman. Now Davis sends one off the pipe. The ever dangerous Jakea Davis making something out of nothing there and almost snuck one home to cut the lead in half.
Easy.
The keeper's best friend, that crossbar, almost went upper 90. And this is how close they came. Davis, wow.
But again, Davis is such a dangerous player. You take your eye off her for just a split second, you don't know where she is, and she could be creating goal-scoring opportunities just like that.
It looked like it actually caught more post than crossbar. If she was able to get that one an inch or two to the right, that might have been bar down 2-1. Trying to play it ahead to Lavrich. Ends up with Davis. Keeping a close eye on her is Dryhop. Trying to play one ahead for Luke, but it's Hoke on the clearance. Now Dryhop will send it to the other side of midfield. Final 7 minutes. Nice job keeping that one in by Brotherston. Garofalo plays it back to Kessler. You're running out of time here if you're Binghamton. Got to leave yourself some time to try and find that second goal. Now here's a good build-up. Rolling one up ahead for Victoriano. Baker sends it back towards the middle of the box. Luke couldn't get a clean boot on it.
But again, even though Binghamton is running out of time, you can still relax on the ball. You don't need to force the ball into pockets that don't exist. But there was a good run of play there for Binghamton.
We'll get a switch here for Monmouth as Bogue checks out after the assist. Chloe Messer comes back on to try and provide some fresh legs in that midfield and back line area. They try and hold off a late charge here from the Bearcats. Monmouth holding a 2-0 advantage. Both goals courtesy of Summer Rymett. Now Davis in some space. Sends one on the ground, wide right. And once again, Scott able to just watch it go by.
The Bearcats are almost in a panic mode. They need to stay calm, cool, and collected in front of the goal to place the ball in the back of the net.
Five and a half to play. That one sent long to Lavrich. Nice touch. Had it knocked off her foot, but right back to Nota Francesco. Oh, good ball. Garrett into the box. Defended by Baker. Loops one up to the far post. Rymett will track it down just outside of the box. Plays it back to Dryhop, crossing it in. D'Almeida one touch trying to get it to Lavrich, but it was sniffed out. Under 5 minutes to play. Garrett charges up to win back possession. Nice job possessing here by the Hawks. Notor Francesco and Garrett playing the two-man game. That one a bit too strong of a touch, and Garofalo will clear it out. Throw-in coming for Binghamton, but they've got a long way to go as this one will take place right in front of the Monmouth bench. Now Luke trying to cross the field, but the pass was deflected. And now Bonnie's on the turf on the challenge. And a Buckwalter went down. And it looks like we're going to get a card delivered. And it is going to be a yellow going against Brooke de Almeida, a bit strong on the challenge.
Yeah, the ref did call out a foul today in today's game, but eventually you do have to give a card to settle it down just a little bit.
I thought that was fair there.
Agreed.
Just over 4 minutes to go. No one home on the other end of that one. Lavridge with space to work. Crossing it, but nobody home. Kessler will settle it down. Trying to work quickly here. Booted out towards midfield. Davis plays it back to Buckwalter. Binghamton just not able to build anything past midfield here in the closing minutes. Garrett has some space, sends one just far to the right post. And she can't believe it. Looks like she wants that one back.
Even though Monmouth is up 2-0, they are still looking to attack and had some pretty dangerous chances.
Garrett steps in front of that. Took it away for a second. Binghamton gets it right back, though. Monmouth is just applying so much pressure here. Ryman with time. Lofts one over to Garrett. A bit too strong, but she's able to keep it in. They say this one's still in play and headed over the crossbar with 2:45 to go. Now we get a whistle to stop the clock. Not sure what the holdup is. Binghamton really running out of time here, though, and they have not been able to create anything over the final 10 minutes. The one good chance they had was off the foot of Jakea Davis. There was a Bearcat down, and that's Mackenzie Brotherston, who went down a bit earlier. Now she'll hobble off on her own power. Coming in her spot is Sam Allen. So with 2:38 to play, Kessler checks it into Garofalo. That one headed away. Now Baker. One-on-one with Notor Francesco. Trying to cross it in. Batted around and now cleared out. Brooke de Almeida there to get it out of danger, and a bit of a miscommunication there between Scott and the back line.
I mean, that's what happens when you are a goalkeeper who hasn't been playing with your back line. Yes, in practice you play with them, but it's a little bit different when you have a different opponent in front of you.
Luke trying to put it into a danger zone. De Almeida clears it once again. Under 2 minutes to go. Garofalo pressing up to throw it in. And that one will go out for a Monmouth throw in. At this point, going to be hard to see the comeback path for Binghamton after 2 second-half goals for Summer Rymett. Monmouth put the clamps on. Jakea Davis nearly made it 2-1. Since then, it's been all Hawks in terms of possession. Here's an opportunity to set something up. Baker sends a high arcing ball, and Scott collects it.
No need to rush here for Scott. We're only a little bit over a minute left in the game. She doesn't need to rush the ball at all, playing the ball right into the midfield. But would love to see her find her teammates out there.
1 minute remaining.
This one played up ahead. Some space to work with. That one trying to be centered, but it's cleared out. And a throw in coming for Binghamton with 45 seconds left. That one headed out by Hoke. Still not completely out of trouble. And now we have some bodies on the turf, and we'll wait for the official word. Down to the final 15 seconds as Monmouth is going to get their first home win of 2025 and improve to 2-2-0 on the year. Binghamton will take their first loss. It was a pretty quiet first half, and in the second half, Summer Rymett took over. Her second and third goals of the year, and she propels Monmouth